Oh man, we've got something special here today. This right here is Go Faster parts. This is the KAAZ SBN 2655SQ, or in other words, a brand new, straight from Japan, limited slip differential center section. Look at this bad boy. Isn't that just so fancy and beautiful? Comes with a new Diff cover gasket, a sticker, a manufacturer sticker right here that shows all the part number and manufacturer date on it, and even the instruction manual, which is in Japanese. That's how you know this is legit. It does go to English later on, but the fact that it begins with Japanese, pretty impressive. Also comes with some brand new races for the differential, as well as a couple of seals. And while we're working on the rear differential, we're gonna throw in this big old rear sway bar, this big honker right here. The Megan Racing 22mm adjustable rear sway bar. I also got end links to go with it. I just didn't bring them out here yet. So yeah, got a lot of stuff to do this weekend now. So unfortunately, I don't have time today to install the entire differential and the sway bar because I've got other stuff to do. But at least I do have time. I can get the car off the trailer, park it in the grass for now, and then tomorrow I think I'll have enough time to put the diff and the sway bar on. You know, I didn't really like having the truck payment for as long as I did. I mean, I got it paid off now, but let me tell you something. This backup camera is game changing. Watch this, I can pull right up to it. It even gives me my line for where my ball is actually at. Oh, I need to take the trailer up a little higher. Throw it in park. Hit the parking brake, make sure it don't move. Carefully hop out. Grab my keys first. Set that down. Now we'll go ahead and throw the tongue lock on it. Just slide them in. There we go. Hook pieces out. I just use this style because it clips into the frame of the car. I'm gonna do the front ones, which are a little easier. You don't have to lay down to get to them. Now that we got the car detached from the trailer, got the ramps deployed, just gotta open the door. It's really, really easy. It never fails. I'm joking, I know. Sometimes it hits the tire, sometimes the door doesn't hit the tire. It just depends on where the suspension in the trailer is at. Sometimes it compresses further than others and makes it so that you can't open the doors very easily. Oh man, this is gonna be a fun day. And I have to try to crawl in here and roll the windows down. Oh, this is so comfortable, you guys don't even realize. So I get the battery and key on, I roll both the windows down. Makes it a lot easier. Then I can crawl back out, lift the door back up. Then I have to do it NASCAR style, baby. Which is not very easy because the steering wheel doesn't come off. Oh. Hey, look at that. We're in the car now. Lovely. I bet it won't start. Go straight back. Hold the brakes a little bit. Got the car up on jack stands for now. Happy 4th of July to everybody. Got my tarp laid out so it don't get too dirty, but that is what we got to do. We gotta take this out and add a sway bar, so shouldn't be too difficult. I'm gonna start by removing the half shaft bolts, and from there I'm just gonna take the actual diff bolts out. Hello, dog. And we're gonna take the other diff bolts out. Whew. Man, look at that. That didn't take long at all. Already got a damn bloody knuckle. Hell yeah. The bolts for this one out. See, it's not connected anymore. Not even a little bit. So I had to change up the tools I'm using. I went for the 1/4-inch flex head. And I must have hit my knuckle on something good because it's still bleeding. But that's not a problem. That's a problem tomorrow when it makes a huge scab. Oh yeah, this is working much better. I can just put the wrench in here. Come on. Alright, there we go. Half shafts are not connected anymore. I'm not going to take them off at the wheel because if I remember correctly, they compress. You can squish them and then you can compress them just enough that you don't have to remove them at the wheel. Go ahead and switch up tools again. Comfort grip 17mm. You guys can make fun of Snap-on all you want, but I don't know of many other companies that make comfort grip wrenches like this. These are awesome. One of the best things I bought from the truck. Alright, so I went and got my little pry bar because I could not get this to break through by hand. Yeah. Oh, there it goes. That was easy. Much easier than I expected. I just couldn't get it to break off by hand. Let me get my bigger wrench. I made this one. It's custom. 18-inch Pittsburgh breaker bar with the Icon flex head. One more big pull. Ow. Ow. Oh. Come on. There we go. I was worried it was going to get stuck on the exhaust for a second. Originally, I was going to remove the lower ball joint, swing this down, remove the coilover, and then pivot the whole
the rest of the suspension upwards in order to remove the half shaft correctly. That was my original plan. Then as I started beating and banging on the ball joint, it would not come off. So eventually, we just compressed the half shafts just enough that we could finagle that thing out of there and get it on the ground. So sorry you missed that, but it wasn't really too much entertainment. It was just, you know, a lot of words that I can't say on YouTube. Welcome. It is the next day. I'm refreshed, full of energy, and ready to get my butt whooped working on cars once more. Since I did such a great job failing at everything yesterday, I figured I'd come back today and give it my best shot once more. And you'll see them wheels, they may go in opposite directions. So we got a solution for that. So I'm just gonna zip the cover off, drain the fluid, not on the floor. I'll probably put it in something first. Hanging just over the edge of the counter. Got some sort of drain pan down there. Got my Milwaukee. I'm just gonna zip these off, whack it with a hammer a few times, and see what happens. Okay, got the drain pan set up. Oh, there it is. There it is. Alright. We got almost all of it in the pan. This stuff is kind of gross. That right there, see them spider gears? Look at that. One wheel peel action. Oh man, I might have to censor this for the YouTube audience. Yeah, this is shit. We're gonna put something better in here.
We're just gonna set this out here for now. Hopefully it'll just disappear into the ground on its own and I won't have to deal with it. We'll figure it out in a few hours. Like I said before, I am a highly experienced mechanic. I know exactly what I'm doing. Yeah. Wow, those are big bolts. Probably important. Yes, I'm using chrome sockets on the impact. I don't care. Need this other light on. Ah, much better. Just that little bit goes a long way. Alright. That doesn't look too bad. Still in okay condition. This one's got a little bit of gunk buildup on it, but overall, looks like it's okay. I believe the next thing I need to do is get these little stubby axles out and then start unbolting the ring gear. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, full-blown professional here. So, after I definitely didn't just watch the YouTube video, stub axles gotta come out. There's one, passenger side. Driver's side. It's my understanding that this should come out now. And there's also going to be some shims in here that we need to keep track of as far as left and right orientation. Get out of here, you big dumb gasket. Stupid gasket, bitch. Fuck out of here. Bitch ass gasket. There we go. Make sure not to drop any of these extra shims because I got to keep track of them. All right, hold up. What do we got here? Got a bearing, a race, and a shim. That's all for the passenger side. And then we got a race. I think, yep, a shim there, and another shim there. Try to put them in the correct orientation so I don't put them in backwards. that's my center section for the differential. And dry out a little more of this old fluid here. There we go. That's the inside of a Nissan R200 differential case with the pinion still inside of it. I don't think I'm gonna take the pinion out. It hasn't really been making any bad noises or anything. I don't see a purpose to remove it. And I don't have any new bearings for it anyways. I don't have any, you know, replacement pieces for it to improve it. It'll be fine. Get a paper towel to hold it. I'm not sure what the torque spec is for these bolts, but I'm gonna say tight is the spec. A lot of ooga-doogas. They are hot when they come out, let me tell you. They're a little toasty. Toasty and roasty. Some bitches are held in here with at least 8 layers of Loctite. I'm not sure what's next. Like I said, experience is the name of the game. There we go. Get another fucking pair of gloves. That's not what my hand looks like. There's your ring gear, which is full of that. Gosh, that stuff's weird. It is like a powder. Look at that. Like, falls out of there. It's weird. It's gotta be some sort of Loctite or sealant or something. I'd never really had this out before to inspect it. All these teeth on this here gear, I mean, they look very nice. I don't see any imperfections on any of them. Set that over there for now on the leaning tower of plastic bins and totes. But see this here, that's your problem. That is your spider gears, and you know, that leads to your one leg openness. Yeah, see that right there, that makes your race car slow. When your race car is slow, you're having a bad time. And if you're having a bad time, you're gonna have a bad time. Anyway, open diff. Garbage. Not really that great. I'll still hang on to it. I'm not gonna throw it away or anything. Because, I'll be honest, I'll still probably go through and just weld up the spider gears and have a welded option ready to go. Should I buy another 240 that needs a differential or something of that nature. But anyway, this is poopy. This, ooh man, this thing is hotness right here. This is the KAAZ, K-A-A-Z, 1.5-way or limited slip differential. That thing is beautiful. Look at, it's a fully brand new piece. And it's also an improvement over a factory style limited slip differential because it has higher quality clutches inside of it. This thing is gonna be a game changer for all 150 horsepower that car has to offer. Calling out all the 240 nerds who have had them since they were actually cool. I've only gotten into 240s recently because I picked that one up for really dirt cheap. I got lucky, but I know everyone likes to make fun of me on the internet is because I'm not 45 years old and I haven't, you know, been familiarized with 240s for 20 years. Because it seems like everyone who's still into 240s has been into 240s since the early 2000s. And bro, I was born in the early 2000s, all right? I got some catching up to do. It's also annoying because like 240 is not really, well, I don't know how to phrase this. It's so different than like a Miata or a Mark III Supra or something. You can't just Google it and have AI answer your question for you. You have to go on freaking 10-year-old, 20-year-old forums where none of the pictures are still activated and working just to read through and figure out what might work for your instance, what might solve your problem. It's really annoying. Pro glove tip. take your other one off like that, grab it at the bottom, clean hands. Gotta clean off the gasket surface. Gasket's gotta have at least some chance to seal. Just gonna clean off this ring gear a little bit. And if you're just wondering, I just use 87, you know, octane, 87 octane gas in a sprayer because it's technically cheaper per gallon than brake cleaner. But in overall, that is a very nice. Maybe I can see a little bit of wear on the inside, but I mean, you know, once you really take into the consideration that this is a 30-year-old item, it looks pretty dang good. I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm not gonna check it for anything else. I'm not gonna do anything special to it. We're just gonna finish drying it off. Then it's going right back in the car. That's the way it's gonna happen. Fuck you. This would be so much easier if all these bolts weren't still covered in oil. All the holes are mostly lined up. We're just gonna put a little bit on there. That's probably too much. Oh well. Get that one going first. Maybe. Maybe. Just maybe. Come on. Go on there. Maybe. Maybe it'll go on there. Maybe. No. I don't want to go on there. Come on. So it needs to go this, like, just that way. Just a wee bit, lad. Just a wee bit, lass. Let's see if we can break a tooth off this fucking ring gear real quick. It just needs to move just a little bit. Maybe it did it? I don't know. Where's my red bolt? There it is. Red bolt. Oh, I think we got one partially threaded, maybe. A little bit of red Loctite. A little bit of red Loctite. Red Loctite. Red Loctite. Red Loctite. Red Loctite. That's probably enough. There we go. I think we've got it. I got those all sort of evenly ran in. We're gonna switch this to 3 and try to get them a little further along. I think I've done everything correctly so far. I mean, there's still plenty of time to fuck something up, but I'll go ahead and set that on this paper towel right there. Open up the brand new races for the bearings. One per side, per instructions. I'm second guessing myself because like this seems pretty easy, which means that I'm either it is easy or I'm actually pretty close to fucking something up. I'm gonna get a little more oil in here. That's gonna be my assembly lube for now. Just wanna make sure we get the race and the spacers nice and lubricated for the first assembly. All right, that's nice and juicy. Same thing for the spacers. The driver's side gets 2 spacers and the passenger side only has 1 spacer. That's just the way it is. I didn't do it wrong. That's just how it is from the factory. Alright, we got some oil on them. Let's get some oil on this race over here. I didn't forget about you, big boy. Let's get you nice and juiced up. Ooh, oh my goodness. Nice and slippy. And let's go ahead and get some lube on this little shim here. No, can't forget about the little guys, you know. Little guys matter. Paper towel 6,475. Now we're gonna move this out of the way. I don't want to spill it. Push this as far on the table as I can. Drag this back out just a wee bit. Just a wee bit, lad. And that sort of goes on there like that. And them sort of go on there. Oh man, this is gonna be fun.
I think I've almost got it in. It's been fighting me the whole way. Hey, that's pretty much in.
So, more or less, center section is completely installed with the correct shims. I've already got the cap on one side because I wanted to make sure it didn't fall out or anything. These are all the caps are. It's just essentially just a rod cap, more or less. And they just sort of screw in there lightly. And I've been running them down with old Millie. You wanna see something cool? Check this shit out. We put our passenger side half shaft in, or stub axle, I mean. Just sort of slaps in there, give it a good hard slap. Clean off the driver's side one. Give it a nice hard slap. Look at this. That is 2 rotating things going in the same direction. That's no more one wheel peel, ladies and gentlemen. This here is a 2-tire fryer every day of the week. All 150 horsepower at best is going to absolutely shred both of its tires now. Not just one at a time, both of them at the same time. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Perfection. You can't even spin it the other way anymore. It's totally a perfect limited slip. So now I'm gonna go through and put some paint marker on some of the teeth of the ring gear. And the whole theory with this, according to the internet and some drawing depictions that I've seen, you want a certain portion of the paint to be worn off. So if you have too much that's wearing off over here, then you need to move where the pinion is or adjust something. Or if you have too much wearing off at the front or the inner part of the ring gear, then you need to make an adjustment. But if you have a portion that's wearing just in the center right here, that's perfect, and you don't need to fuck with it at all. So we're just gonna spin this around a few times. All right, let's find our paint marks. Right there. I'm seeing, in my opinion, my professional opinion, I'm seeing pretty even wear throughout mostly the center portion. I'm not seeing the paint wear off of the front or the back only. Obviously, if I spun it for 1,000 times, it would probably be easier to tell. but I'm thinking that looks okay. I mean, it looks like we have a pretty even wear, especially this one right here. I'm looking mostly at these two. You've got heavy paint, and then light paint all throughout the center here, which is a key indicator that your shit ain't fucked up. It's good. Okay, torque time. First we're gonna do the bearing caps. I had to look all these up on forums and, you know, the online factory service manual, because I don't have a 240 service manual. Anyways, bearing caps, that's this one and that one. 65 to 72 foot-pounds. We'll do a nice 70 foot-pounds of torque. All right, that's the caps done. The ring gear is gonna be fun. That's all the ones on the outside here of, you know, the ring gear. 98 to 112 foot-pounds. That one's gonna be tough. What are we gonna do? Let's do 106. This is my extremely sophisticated method for torquing the bolts for the ring gear. I've got a breaker bar, and as I turn this, it's pushing the breaker bar, causing it to not rotate. Okay, let's go ahead and put a paint dot on all of them so we don't forget. That one's taken care of. All of the ring gear bolts torqued down. We got the bearing cap bolts torqued down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stub axles installed. Just need to clean up the gasket surface one last time, make sure it's good. Put the cover on.
Now we got a brand new gasket. Sort of fits on there just like that. And what I'm going to do, just to make sure it seals, use a little bit of this gasket shellac. This is a old-timey trick that my dad still uses, and he's sort of forced it upon me. I don't know if you even need it or not, but at this point, I mean, why not just use it? It can't hurt. It'll just make sure it seals. And also the nice thing about the gasket shellac is because it's so thick and goopy, you can pretty much just stick the gasket on there in place and it won't fall. So you're not having to try to fight the cover and the bolts and everything else. You see that? Gasket's just chilling there. I ain't even touching it. I'm gonna take my cover that is still pretty clean. Get a couple bolts ready to go. We'll run these in on the lowest setting in a crisscross pattern. And to torque these down, we're going to use the comically large torque wrench because I don't have another one here. Welcome back. It's now Sunday, July the 6th. We're going to put some gear oil in this thing today, and I'm going to try to throw it back in the car today. I don't know how much of that is actually going to happen, but oh well, just start doing stuff and see what happens. I think it's supposed to rain this afternoon. Seeping out of the hole right there, that is a full differential. That is the correct amount of fluid you need. I mean, I put it in here.
Didn't we put that in the cradle before? There was
No,
no
we
exhaust. There were no drive shafts.
Yeah, we put it in without the drive shafts too. Got the diff in the car. It was extremely easy, not very difficult at all. It's not even heavy or anything. It's pretty much like throwing up a block of styrofoam. You definitely want your half shaft bolts to be snug. You don't want them backing out. You can put this sway bar in, maybe. That was too much there. Just like that, technically. I'm gonna go ahead and loosely hang that in there. All right. We're going to go ahead and put some more paint on these because I had already put paint on them the first time I torqued them, so we'll put a brand new mark on it. Half shafts are taken care of, nice and tight. The two front bolts are torqued to factory spec. Everything in the entire differential is torqued and tight and correct. I can't quite torque these bolts yet. I'll have to get these smaller torque wrench so I can actually fit it between the rear trunk wall and the subframe. Gonna go ahead and throw the drive shaft up there. So went ahead, got some grease in the pillow block, open it up, and just sort of put it on there. That's about all there is to that. And you take your little mount piece, up on the jack in first gear, and that wheel's turning, and so is that one. They're even going the same way. And it's not like you definitely can't just grab a hold of it and make it stop turning either. It's a nice unit we got going. So yeah, we're gonna call that an overall success. Have a differential completely correctly installed, paired with a brand new sway bar, paired with the ultimate driving experience. That's probably gonna be it for today. So hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.